Okay, Nate and Brad, we're talking about sales here, and so I know that you both have done some different research, but here's my question. Probably more for Nate than Brad, but Nate, what are you currently reading? What resources are you currently looking at to gain net new sales skills that you think you might be missing?
Oh, you're asking me about what I'm reading right now. Well, I have actually been reading a book about yes and. In fact, I have several books that I've been reading on yes and it's about the improv, using the improv concept of yes and for engaging in customer service as well as in sales. And I'll just to say what I mean by that is there are times as you get more prescriptive about what you do, and I like the analogy you gave before, like as you get those bumpers on your bowling lanes, right, and then you can take them off. As you get more prescriptive about what you do, you're more apt to say no, we don't do that, or more apt to say, well, no, we wouldn't do it that way. So you start the conversation by no versus saying, yeah, we can help you with that. Let's make sure we understand the problem and let's come up with a solution and make sure that it works for you. So that is something that we're working on. And I think it applies to not just sales, but also technical and customer service. But yes, and is really what we're working on, so we can be better consultants in how we engage our clients. Not what you expected.
There you go, Brad.
Well, you know me and books. I don't have a great relationship with books.
But I said other resources, podcasts. I don't know. I know you're studying something.
Yeah, fair enough. I am fascinated by the use of language in different terms and how they work. And so internally, we're working on some things, and I'm talking to our marketing people that have some education in this on how do you reframe something negative into something positive. So it's not really a resource, but like that's the area that I've been kind of studying lately, I would say.
Awesome. I love that. I have to comment, Nate. Yes, and the improv, we've been using that in our sales team here just a little bit, right at a year. And
Nice.
we've been using it because, like the traditional role play thing gets super awkward and people are all either they agree with everything or they disagree. It's just not real. But if you can practice that yes and improv in front of people, first of all, it feels a little more natural. It tunes your listening skill, right? Because you can't respond until you hear, and they might last minute at an improv like, and it was done by aliens, so you have to have that. So I love that. We've used a little bit more of that. In fact, the last sales meeting, we had me dancing, which is not a pretty sight, just to be
Glad
clear.
I missed it.
Yes, nobody wants to see that. Hopefully they'll recover. So currently, my thing has been I went back to the Go Giver Sells More, which is kind of a subset of the books, the Bob Berg. So I went back to restudy that book, really did that. And then also I am chewing through, I think there's 3 Savannah Banana books. I saw those down at ConnectWise. And so I'm chewing some of their stuff because I think that entertainment factor is something we're missing here. We love to get too serious and all techie, and sometimes just having fun with our customers would actually benefit more. So some quick nuggets for Nate, Brad, and Steve on maybe some things to take a look at to grow your skill set.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.